Welcome back and C-square. In this lesson we will talk about what is called cross-section, and you have here three examples of cross-sections. Cross-section is the intersection of a solid with a plane. So this blue plane, I'll call it like that, cross this solid, which is a rectangular pyramid, and you see several type of cross-section, and we're going to see some example in this lesson. The shape of the cross-section obviously depends on the shape of the solid you cross and how the plane cross the solid, and that's we're gonna see also a little bit later. Here I would like to remind you that when two planes intersect, they get a line of intersection, and when a plane intersects a face of a solid, you get a segment. And I said here you can determine the number of sides that a section has by counting the number of faces the plane intersects. So yeah, you can look and see how many faces the plane cross, and then you know how many segments that cross section has. And pretty much that's what I'm gonna do here in this lesson. So for example, on this problem we have this rectangular prism. This looks like a cube, but it works for a rectangular prism also, and we want to see what's happened when it's crossed, when we have an intersection with a vertical plane. You can stop this video clip and try to imagine what this is, because it's nothing else than try to see the cross section. If you do not see it, then there you go, we'll see it here. This is one way to have a vertical plane intersecting this rectangular prism, and you notice there are four faces that are intersect, so we have a quadrilateral, which you can see better here. Of course, sometimes you can even say what type of quadrilateral is, but that's not the whole goal of this lesson. We have a second option for a vertical plane, which is very similar. In fact, this one is different to when you cross, and you notice this is the diagonal of a face of this rectangular prism. Okay, we have this shape, which in fact is a rectangle. We can say that very clear here. We can see that rectangle. For a horizontal plane, of course, you may want to stop the lesson and try to think what the cross section is. If you do not see it, let's see it. You see this is in a horizontal plane, and what we get is a quadrilateral. We can see it here also. So remember, this choice is possible. And let's go to the last choice, when you have a slanted plane. And let's take a look what kind of cross section we can get. There you go. It's still a quadrilateral. I'm gonna call it like that. We see those four sides. You see them here. So that is one choice. You can get a quadrilateral. However, depending how the plane cross the solid, you can have, look at here, a pentagon. Why? Because this plane cross five faces, and you can see it better here. Another choice for a slanted plane and a rectangular prism is right here, and we can get a triangle. So you see in this first example we notice triangle, quadrilateral, and even pentagons as cross section. In my second example, we have a rectangular prism, and want to see what kind of cross section we can get, and we're gonna look first for a vertical plane. I have here a choice, one possible crossing intersection you notice here, and the cross section is a triangle. You can see better the triangle here. What about a horizontal plane? That is what horizontal plane does to a rectangular prism when it crosses the rectangular prism, and we have a quadrilateral. So you notice triangle first choice, quadrilateral second. Let's take a look to the last choice, a slanted plane. What kind of cross section we can get? I have a first choice here. You see how this plane cross the intersect the rectangular pyramid, and we have a triangle as a cross section. Again, triangle, like I said a minute ago. For a slanted plane, the second choice, yeah, we can get a pentagon. You see this plane cross 5 faces. And also we can get quadrilateral. I think we had that choice. In my last part of the lesson, we're gonna look to cylinder first, and let's see what kind of cross section we get if we have a vertical plane like this. Okay, you see it, it is a circle, this one. Let's see another choice for a vertical plane. This is a vertical plane, but now it crosses the basis of the cylinder. You notice we get a rectangle, a quadrilateral. Let's be consistent for this lesson. A quadrilateral is the result of a plane crossing a cylinder in this way, a vertical plane. Be aware, sometimes the cylinder can be vertical like we like most of the time to see it, and it is going to be a little bit different. In fact, you're going to see it in a moment. Here we have a horizontal plane crossing this cylinder, and we get a rectangle, very similar, in fact the same cross section like the last one we saw it. And you see here the rectangle. A slanted plane, this is a very interesting situation for a cylinder, and not only. You can see that for a cone. By the way, you can find some mini lesson in my description, and also some GeoGebra apps that you can use to see cross section. So let's take a look here. In this case, if you notice, the plane cross the cylinder, and we get this shape. It's a parabola, and another segment, this one, which is the result of the intersection of the plane with the base. So that is one choice we can get. We have now I have another choice here. This one is going to be an oval or an ellipse, if you want to call it like that. Either way will be fine. And I have a third choice here of a slanted plane, and this is a very interesting shape. You'll see it better here. I'm not going to call it quadrilateral because these in fact are not lines, there are curves. It's an interesting cross section. I said to put it here on this lesson. And my last example in this short lesson is about the cross section that we have when a plane intersects a sphere. So we have a vertical plane like this one. In this case, what will be the cross section? It is a circle. Horizontal plane like this, it is a circle again. What about a slanted plane? You notice we have this one that goes through the center. By the way, it is a circle, and always when you cross this sphere, you're gonna get a circle. There is no other choice. And that's it for this lesson. One more time, if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to click the like button, and check also the description below where you can find more information and some GeoGebra. Thank you.